guys, this is your Tita in China, and today we're back with a new skincare video. Today's topic is hormonal acne, and I know that there are a lot of titas and titos out there who really want to understand what hormonal acne is about so that they will also be able to build a skincare routine and even, have a better idea on how to manage their hormonal acne. So today I'm going to talk to you about how to identify hormonal acne and what to do to make sure that your acne will not get worse, or at least you will have maximum control of your acne. Two things before we proceed. I don't know if you can actually see this right now on camera, but right now I'm completely foundation free. I have absolutely nothing but moisturizer on my face because I have actually been trying this new skincare line from the Philippines. I don't know if it's a local brand, but I did get it from a Watson's in the Philippines, and I've used it for about 5 days, and I actually developed a burning rash here. So I can't put absolutely nothing on my face. I can't even put sunscreen on my face right now because it's really very stingy. It's very sensitive. So I apologize if I'm a little bit harder on the eyes than usual. And second, before we move on with the video, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I promise I will not look like this forever. And also ring the bell and check out my social media links down below. So without further ado, let's talk about hormonal acne. So first things first, how do we even identify what is hormonal acne and what is normal acne? Hormonal acne or adult acne is something that happens to people who are 25 years old and over. It can be both male or female, but for female, we have an additional way of finding out whether it's hormonal or not because it's in a cycle. It happens within a cycle, and usually it follows your menstrual cycle. So maybe a week or 5 days before your period, if you start having all these acne breakouts, then that's most likely going to be hormonal acne. Hormonal or adult acne is also different in terms of where you can find it. So when we were teenagers, for example, if you went through this really acne phase, usually the pimples in your teenage years would be in your forehead, your nose, or your chin, your T-zone area. But for hormonal acne or adult acne, it usually just happens within the jaw area. And typically, they're also very painful, painful to the touch. It's inflamed, it's red, and they're also big nodules, they're hard little bumps that's actually very deep in the skin. And unlike normal acne that usually comes to a head after a while, you know what I mean, when it becomes ripe and you can just pop it, hormonal acne is very deep in the skin and usually does not come to a head. So they're cystic, they're hard nodules deep under the skin that's painful, red, and quite inflamed. And if a dermatologist recommends that you do not pop regular acne, you need to take this advice 1,000 times more seriously when it comes to hormonal acne. Because hormonal acne doesn't come to a head and it doesn't ripen, it stays deep in the skin, and the more you keep trying to pop it, you actually push it deeper. And because that acne cyst or the nodule is already really deep in the skin, the more you push it down when you try to pop it, it actually goes deeper and will leave a deeper scar once it's already healed. Hormonal acne is also the one that tends to leave the worst scars because they actually leave a crater behind, which is very difficult to correct later on. If you do have hormonal acne, the first thing you need to understand is that this is none of your fault. There are so many components to having hormonal acne, and genetics, for example, is not the least component of them all. There are also underlying medical issues that can actually contribute to your hormonal acne, and one of the most common ones is something that I see in Facebook very often. We actually have already a lot of awareness about this, and it's called polycystic ovarian syndrome, or PCOS we call it. Aside from hormonal acne, PCOS actually affects a lot of other issues within our bodies as women. You have, mood swings, you have infertility even, you have irregular menses, you have uncontrolled weight gain, and all of these issues. So really, hormonal acne is just one of the many symptoms of polycystic ovarian syndrome. But the reason why having PCOS also puts you at higher risk to having hormonal acne is because when you have PCOS, you have an increased level of androgens in your body. An increased level of androgen within a woman's body can lead to inflammation, increased oil production or sebum production, as well as the increase of the bacteria that causes acne. There are other very rare conditions that can also contribute to hormonal acne, but PCOS is definitely one of the most common, and therefore that's the only one we're going to talk about in this particular video. Aside from having PCOS, some women will have hormonal acne because of pregnancy or childbirth, or certain medications that they may be taking. Another medical reason as to why some women have hormonal acne is if they have an increase or a high level of an enzyme called 5-alpha reductase. What 5-alpha reductase does is it takes testosterone and converts it into a stronger version of testosterone called dihydrotestosterone. And yes, testosterone is present both in females and in males. It's just that males have naturally higher testosterone levels than females. So females who experience an increase or have naturally high levels of 5-alpha reductase are also at higher risk of developing hormonal acne. The more of this enzyme you have, the higher your dihydrotestosterone levels will be, and it also will lead to things like increased sebum production, increase in inflammation, which all contributes to you having hormonal acne. Yet another medical reason as to why we have hormonal acne is the increase of insulin-like growth factors. And this is triggered whenever we ingest a diet that is high in sugar and refined carbohydrates. If we eat a diet high in sugar and refined foods, it increases insulin-like growth factors in our system, which causes the overproduction of oil or sebum within our pores. The more oil and sebum that we produce, the higher the chances of our pores getting clogged and pimples starting to grow. Of course, let's not forget that there is a genetic component to acne, and if any or both of your parents have had acne in their lives, most likely that you will experience acne as well at some point in your life. Okay, so far I have talked to you about certain medical conditions actually causing your hormonal acne. And because of this, I hope you understand that there is definitely a strong internal component to your hormonal acne. So the first thing that you really need to do is to consult a dermatologist. Consulting with a dermatologist and figuring out a treatment plan that works best for you is probably one of the best things that you can do to help control your hormonal acne. Some of the treatment options that your dermatologist will recommend include taking an antibiotic like clindamycin or doxycycline. And it's not because your face is infected or anything like that. It's because antibiotics have a very, very strong anti-inflammatory effect. Remember that one of the hallmarks of hormonal acne is that it is painful and inflamed. So if you're going to take something that's going to soothe the inflammation, then it's really going to help calm down your skin. Another medication that you can take are oral contraceptives like Diane 35 and Althea. These oral contraceptives have anti-androgen properties, which fights against the increased amount of androgen in your body, which can be the one that's causing your hormonal acne. But these medications are serious medications, and this is the reason why you need to go to your dermatologist to find a treatment plan. For example, you cannot be on antibiotics forever to control your acne, and you cannot also take oral contraceptives, for example, if you're a man or if you're trying to get pregnant. So there are a lot of issues that are involved in your treatment plan, and this is really something that is best worked out with your dermatologist. Even topical medications like Retin A, which is really good for acne, it's something that you want to talk to your dermatologist with, because if you're pregnant, for example, and remember, pregnancy can cause hormonal acne. If you're pregnant, you can't use Retin A, or if you're trying to get pregnant, then you should also be avoiding Retin A. And of course, other procedures like injecting a steroid into your pimple so that it goes away or the inflammation goes away is something that only a licensed dermatologist can do. So really, the most solid advice I can give you when it comes to dealing with hormonal acne is to first consult with a dermatologist. The advice that you get from a dermatologist should really be the foundation of everything you do with regards to your hormonal acne. But of course, skincare plays a big part in the treatment of hormonal acne, and the first thing that you need to remember when it comes to this issue is that you need to avoid any and all irritants, especially fragrance, essential oils, as well as drying alcohols. I will talk about why these three ingredients are actually very bad, whatever skin condition or skin type you have. But for now, if you have any skincare products that have fragrance, essential oils, and that includes helpful oils like lavender or lemon oil or grapefruit oil, or also drying alcohols, which includes just alcohol or alcohol denat, denatured alcohol, or just isopropyl alcohol. If you have any products that have any of these ingredients, toss them out because they really will just make your skin condition worse. The second part is to minimize your skincare and get down to basics. This means using a gentle, non-foaming facial wash or an oil cleanser followed by a really good moisturizer. It doesn't have to be expensive, it doesn't have to have bells and whistles, but a good basic soothing moisturizer is going to do your skin a lot of good. Of course, sun protection is very important because the sun also contributes to inflammation on the skin. Mineral sunscreens are of course the least irritating, but if you're like me, you're darkly complected, then you can't really use mineral sunscreens because of the white cast. Then just find the gentlest and the least irritating chemical sunscreen that you can. And only if your skin can tolerate it, you can also add an AHA or a BHA in a serum form. Other helpful skincare ingredients include benzoyl peroxide, which kills the acne-causing bacteria on your skin. You can also look for products that contain ceramides, which is good in the maintenance of your skin barrier, or products with hyaluronic acid, which is good in maintaining moisture in your skin. And of course, products with Centella Asiatica or madecassoside helps heal your acne faster and also minimizes redness. Lastly is the issue on whether or not we should wear makeup when we're dealing with hormonal acne. The science on this is very sketchy, but the pro makeup would usually say that makeup actually stops you from touching your face and picking at your pimples and making them worse. And the anti-makeup will say that whatever brand of makeup and no matter how gentle they are, pigments within that makeup is actually still very irritating to your skin. So ultimately, the decision is on you. If you have to wear makeup, however, make sure that you minimize the amount of makeup that you use and to only use products that are non-comedogenic. But if you can go makeup free, then good, because it minimizes the amount of irritants on your skin. Just make sure to discipline yourself not to touch your pimples or not to pick at your pimples. So that's it guys, that's our video for today. I hope that you found this helpful and I hope that you found this informative about hormonal acne. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up and share this to your friends who might also be interested. Or if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions about anything I said in the video, please don't hesitate to comment down below. Thank you for watching guys, see you next time! Bye! 下次见!